Hello everyone, this is Max16RN again, doing my second video. The first video that I did was a little over a week ago, I think 9 days ago. I've been off for a few days. I'm in the south and we had like a snowstorm come in. So I was kind of busy trying to prepare for the snow and getting supplies ready. So I was not able to do a video, but it is quiet right now. And I think the worst of the snow has passed. We actually had played in the snow a little bit, not played, but made a snowman earlier. So now it's quiet in the house and I've found time to do a video as I promised. My first video was kind of like a last minute raw impromptu video. I've had, for those that didn't watch my first video, I've been on YouTube for over a year, and I think the last time I checked, I've done 312 videos, if I'm not mistaken. Those include the short videos, which is less than a minute or a minute and a half, and long form videos, which is over I guess 2 minutes to anywhere from like 8 to 15, 17 minutes long. And those videos are kind of broad. I mentioned that I didn't have a niche, and so I figured my growth was a little bit slow. I've only amassed about 104 as of today, 104 subscribers for over a year. Okay, so to make it clearer, when I first started YouTube, I just had a picture of mine, a little picture that says I'm Max16RN, and I created content without featuring my face. It was a faceless content. I had my, as I mentioned, my NFTs before, which is kind of artistic, that I would put inspirational quotes on. I started putting some videos. Those videos weren't specific to a certain niche. I would jump from any topic that I think was relevant to what's going on in life, to what's funny and what I think people would be interested in. But I guess, like my son said, Mom, you're only posting things that you think are interesting, but people need to be interested in what you're posting to get the following that you wanted, which was true. He had a point. So I struggled in that aspect. And then I figured if I keep posting videos, faceless videos, people will not be able to equate who's posting it. And so they don't come back to watch the next one that I would create. So again, as I've said, I pivoted. I've created Brain Boost's channel.
Brain Boosts is your go-to channel for quick, impactful insights and information designed to stimulate your mind in this busy world. Whether it's personal growth, mental health, relationships, or navigating everyday challenges, each video is designed to inspire personal growth, fuel your curiosity, and keep your brain sharp and healthy. Tune in regularly for a fast and efficient way to boost your mind. Get powerful bursts of inspiration and wisdom to help you thrive and stay informed to unlock your full potential.
I still don't have a specific niche, but I thought I kind of narrowed it down to kind of inspirational, educational, motivational, anything that would stimulate the heart and stimulate the brain, the mind, to be more positive. So I thought that was the value that I was bringing, was kind of positivity, uplifting kind of thing. And of course, every now and then I would inject current events, anything that happens in our lives, sensational news. During the elections, I posted videos about the elections, the candidates, as I've said. The Olympics, I have a few videos, and I think they're interesting. So please, when you get a chance, come watch it. So those are the things that I've posted, and the growth was very slow. So I figured, with in this day and age, I keep watching videos by famous people, and it inspired me to keep doing what I'm doing. And I told my kids, watch me, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it, because if other people have made it, I will too. But of course, there's hard work. And I kind of forgot who said it, that if for you to be successful, you need to be uncomfortable. So I guess this is the part where I'm uncomfortable. Now I'm pivoting to putting my face and creating content and being the content, because I've tried a faceless kind of channel. Well, it's still one channel, but it's faceless, and I'm not getting anywhere. So I figured I'm pivoting, and no matter how uncomfortable it is, I'm willing to jump in and try. This is the day and age where social media is taking off, and with AI nowadays, there's so much more that we can do, and people, a lot of people, businesses, and individuals are trying to make something out of it, and trying to monetize in social media. So I figured, as a single mom, if people are making it, then there's no reason I shouldn't try. There is opportunity, and I don't want to miss out on that opportunity. That's why, even if this is difficult, I go to work and I tell people I'm on social media, and of course I post in Facebook to see if I can have more viewers, I can have more subscribers. But of course, in the back of my mind, I think, what are my friends thinking, right? Or what are people thinking of my videos? Do they think it's silly? Do they think, oh, she's full of it? But despite all the noise, and despite all the negative things that run in my mind, I still think there is something there for me. There will be progress, and one day I will make it. I've always been a person who is very resilient, and will never give up. Being a single mom, I think you learn that value of always trying your best and trying everything and anything to make it work, because you have no alternative, right? You have nobody to rely on. Luckily, on my part, I've got a beautiful family. Thank you, family. They've always been there. I'm Filipino and we're very close knit. So my family's always supported me and I owe them the world. Without my family, I would not be where I'm at. Being a single mom, I've had the not the luxury, but I've had the opportunity to work for a living and have my family members take care of my kids while I'm at work. I've uh, I've worked two jobs most of my life, and so that day in and day out, I've just been hustling and having my family, taking care of my kids, and knowing that um, they're in good hands put me at ease. And so I owe my family a lot, and I thank you. So I guess in this video, I also making this um, new content where I talk about myself. I think what I want to bring to the table is the value of my experiences. I hope the people that watch my videos would come back because they see value in my life experiences, what I bring to the table, what I've learned along the way. I hope I've always been a very positive person despite everything. I hope I can bring that and show that and inspire other people that watch my video to take something out of it. I'm not saying, oh, I'm all that, I'm better. I'm not better than any one of you. I'm just me. I'm unique in that way, and if I can shine in that way and be an example and be a person that people can learn from and take away value from, then I think that's what I can offer. And that is one reason I decided to pivot and also be the content. Because, I was talking to my kids and I was telling them, I can't sing, I can't dance. I love dancing, by the way, but I'm too old. Of course, you're never too old to dance, but I just not me anymore. That's not me anymore. That's not something that I can hack. um, so, um, a lot of people have talent. They can sing, they can feature something. Um, they they make books, that they sell courses. And I was thinking, what should I sell? I'm not, I have a lot of wisdom, but I'm not one person who's good at teaching. So the only thing that I'm good at, and my kids can attest to that, is that I hope they see it as wisdom. every time I get a chance, I talk to my kids about life, about um, positivity, about values, about just taking and learning um, from experiences. And they always go, "Hey, here she goes again, she's rambling." But I think, if they could just remember one thing from what I said and learn from it, and hopefully, if they're in a situation in the future where um, whatever we discuss would come up, I hope um, they'll take value from it, and um, and I hope it will help them with whatever they go through, their hardships, um, their everyday struggles, and that's what I want to share. Um, I will be talking about my life, um, and although I have a boring life, but a blessed life. Um, so in that aspect, I would say there is something to share, even if I'm a nobody, even if um, I'm very simple and very down to earth. I think each and every one of us have something to offer and have something to share to the world, and and each one of us can bring something to the table that other people can learn from. Other people can can draw happiness and hopefully hope, um, and strength from. Um, that's deep, but um, with me, what you see is what you get. I'm very simple. I wear my heart on my sleeve. When I'm mad, I'm mad. When I'm happy, I'm happy. But I'm a straight shooter. I am very frank, and um, I hope with me being open, and it is very hard to be open when the whole world is watching, when I'm putting my life out there for you to watch, my experiences for you to watch. That is very hard to do, and I'm struggling to open up, but um, to be able to make content that is genuine and real, I need to be transparent. Of course, there are still aspects of my life that is off limits, and I will never share that with you. But those that I can, um, I will be transparent with you and share and be open and know that I will never make up situations just to share. I think you can only be truthful when you share experiences that happen to you, because you can't make that up, right? You can't. I think I've struggled on where to start, what part of my life to share. Um, as you all know, I've already mentioned I am a nurse. I was born and raised in the Philippines. I was a nurse when I came to the United States. I was a very young nurse. I've only worked in the Philippines for, I think, less than 6 months. Um, while I was waiting for my papers to be processed. The reason I think I was talking about me being a nurse in the Philippines. I graduated when I was 19, and I took my boards. I passed. I was already a nurse in the Philippines when I came to the United States, and that's going to be another video. So my journey to coming to America. Um, so in the Philippines, being raised in the Philippines, we're more conservative. I was very shy as a child growing up, and now I would say I am confident. But back then, I was very shy, and I remember, and this I bring to the video because I think there is an important value that I want to share here. When I was in nursing school, we had to assist in delivering babies, and I was assisting this doctor, and of course we were learning, but the doctor was also learning. I think she was a fellow, and I was assisting her, and she yelled at me in front of everybody, and I was so embarrassed, and I was so angry, but I didn't have the voice. I didn't know what to say. It caught me off guard. I just knew what she did was not right. Whatever I did, and I can't remember what I did, she just yelled at me in front of everybody, which was totally uncalled for. So, because I was very shy and I usually don't speak up, I was just very angry at how I was treated. And I think that moment was pivotal because I earned the courage to talk to her, pull her aside after we delivered the baby. And I pulled her aside. And at that moment, it just gave me the courage to tell her what she did was wrong, and that she embarrassed me, and that it was not supposed to be that way. I told her to her face that if she had a problem, she should have pulled me aside or told me in a nice way. So I don't know where I got that courage, maybe because I was so mad, and at that moment I decided that I will not be treated that way. And I spoke up. I stood my ground and I spoke up. So the value here that I want to share with you, if young people are watching, or at any age, I think we find our legs, we find our courage at times in life, unexpectedly. Sometimes it takes us a while to find that courage, but when we do, speak up. There is nothing wrong with speaking up. And I think if you speak up the right way and you're clear at why you are speaking up, if you believe you have a reason to speak up, please speak up. Other people along the way, and I realize now that there are a lot of people, and they can be old, and they do not have the courage to speak up. And I find that in a way disturbing, but also I have to understand why they would not speak up. I have changed from the time I was in the Philippines, a growing young lady, to now a Gen X. I have evolved and I've become confident, which I'm very proud of, and I speak my mind. Sometimes it gets me in trouble when I speak my mind, but I was taught by my father to fight for what I believe in, and I always do. And there are consequences, of course, to fighting for what you believe in. But if you do think you're right, and if you do think you have a reason to speak up, then you shouldn't be afraid. Or speak up, but know the consequences of speaking up and be ready to face those consequences. For me, in the Philippines, back when I was in nursing school, and that was 30 years ago, you don't disrespect doctors. Well, I didn't disrespect the doctor, but you don't talk to the doctors and address them. You're always in the Philippines, when the doctors made rounds, we were taught to follow along. When they round, we bring the chart, we carried the chart. We were like there for their comfort. We give them the chair when they're charting. It's always they're put at a pedestal. And so when I spoke to that doctor and told her not to talk to me that way, I was scared at the same time, because I think I was very angry and very mad at how I was treated. And when I told her I will not have it and I will not take it, I kind of pushed the boundary, because it was back then, it was unacceptable to go against doctors. We were, back then, it was like they were higher than the nurses. Nurses are beneath the doctors. That was back then. That was 30 years ago. We've come a long ways, and that is not how it's supposed to be. Yes, there is a respect for doctors, but under the sun, we are still equal. Nobody's better than another. We just have, of course, we have the ranks. You give them the respect that they need, but we are not beneath them at all. And so that is the time I found courage, and that will always stick to my mind as the point where I kind of broke the glass ceiling for me. From then on, and of course, it's not like, oh, after that moment I've always spoken up. No, but I would always go back to that moment and say, hey, I did this. I'm able to speak up. I'm able to fight for myself, and I would always do it. So in my 30 years, slowly but surely, I found my voice, and that gave me the courage, that gave me the confidence to stand up for myself, to know if I'm being treated right, or if I'm being treated wrong, and not to take it. I believe in the saying that people are treating you bad, it is because you allow them to do so, right? So if you put a stop to things that are not right, to how you're being treated, then they'll know to back off. But some bullies don't, and some people don't. But at least you are you're trying to fight for what's right, trying to stand up for yourself. So I end this video today with a few things. First, the value of appreciation. I mentioned that my family has been a very big part of my success in life, and I will always remember what they've done for me. So for everybody, if you have a chance to say thank you and return the favor, a lot of people, and I know my family don't expect me to return the favor, but whenever you have a chance to do something good, to give back, please do, especially to those people that help you get to where you are. You don't forget where you came from, and you don't forget the people that help you get there. Very important. So appreciation is a big thing. Let them know that they did something nice for you and that you appreciate what was given, what was done. The second value that I wanted to share, and I hope people take away from, is learn to speak up for yourself. If you have something to say, say it, but also be mindful of how you say it. Remember to be tactful and to keep the dialogue open. Of course, communicate. There is communication, there is listening, and also hearing. Hearing is when people just hear what's being said without digesting what is being said. But listening is the key word, because when you listen, you're hearing what they're saying. At the same time, you're assimilating in your mind what it means, what they're trying to say. So I think confidence is something that you build along the way. So if you do not have confidence right now, that's okay. It's a learned behavior. I'm not saying I'm all the way confident. There are times when, it's still, I have to find it in me to be confident. But most of the time, it's there. I've learned along the way to be confident, and I'm proud of it. And I'm thankful that I am. So don't fret if you are not that confident. You will, but you gotta find your legs. You gotta find your way. I think the important thing is, if you know your value, if you know what's right, then you demand to be treated that way. It is not you don't have to beg to be treated that way. It is your right to be treated the way you want to be treated. And you all, of course, you need to treat people the way you want to be treated, right? So I leave you with that, and on my next video we'll discuss more. I hope you guys are staying warm, especially those people in the South. I'm from the South, and we just had a snowstorm come through, Enzo, and it was nice. We don't get a lot of snow, but today and yesterday we did, and it was nice. It was a reprieve, and you know, a lot of people enjoyed playing in the snow. Me and my kids did a snowman, and it'll be a remembrance of Enzo coming through this part of the US. I'm in the South again, so it was nice. So I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope you're being treated right. Remember, if you're not, speak up. There's nothing wrong with it. It is your right. I would say good night or good morning. By the time I finish this video, it is way morning. I'll see you again. God bless.